Hello everybody, and welcome back to the final episode of Gentoo this season.
No, it can't be here. I don't want it to end, Gabe.
It's alright, Evan, we'll have another season after this.
But what if we don't? What if we don't, and this is it? What if we get canceled, or I don't know, the studio catches on fire and we can't do it anymore?
Well, that's probably not gonna happen, but I might have something to cheer you up.
Yeah?
You wanna look over the past highlights of this season?
Yeah, that might help. It's been a fun season. I'm sure we have a lot of funny stuff.
Well, without further ado, let's check it out.
But you said you knew Spanish.
No bueno.
That means good in Spanish.
Damn, that's good.
And that's all we have this week for Gentoo. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below about your... I didn't do it on purpose.
The beginning to the end, but no. It's so sad, Evan. I'm just gonna...
So now we got a kiss.
I know, but now we do have to kiss is what I'm hearing. And I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Goated co-host.
You're awesome, Gabe.
Damn.
Yes, you kiss.
What are you doing Saturday and Sunday?
Football. Football? College football.
Let's go watch it!
I feel like I'm making a Dare commercial right now. Drugs are cool. Yes, they are. Good shoulder save.
I'm saying, hey, don't laugh at me, you son of a bitch.
You've also got a crazy vein on your left arm, Evan.
Do I?
Oh, damn.
Oh my!
Dude, we can learn all about it on Descendant 101.
Okay.
Let's learn. I'll start it.
Yeah, I've been getting down and dirty in Descendants. Been getting too grimy in Descendants. Give me some Ajax to clean up here. Give one of us the sword and one of
That's a
us the bow.
semi-good idea, Corby.
Give yourself a pat on the back, but 3 pats max. I like my suitcase. I'm stealing Pesto the Penguin. That's what we're doing in Monster Field Guide.
We don't condone poaching, but if we needed to.
Just like if you needed an ivory tusk, I could maybe find a guy.
Prompter.
Prompted move.
Give us the script.
There is
What? We don't. What are we gonna do? Lock in. Google has released their newest language learning model, Notebook LM. Notebook functions like most other language modules like It's completely free, so go and experiment and create your own podcast and use them to study or have fun. Okay, yeah, you were right, Gabe. Those did help me feel a bit better.
See, what did I tell you? There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, maybe you've got a point, but I'm not entirely calmed down yet. Could we check out some Corby's content corner?
Some Corby's content corner to calm down? I can't think of a better idea.
Didn't see you there. Welcome back to Corby's Content Corner, the show where I talk about games I'm passionate about. Now, I don't know if you've been counting or keeping track, but this is the final episode of this season of Gentoo. I don't know about you guys, but I had so much fun this season with my new revamped version of Corby's Content Corner. I'm honestly just really happy with how it turned out. So why don't we end this off with the annual end season blooper reel, as this is probably the last time you'll see me in Corby's Content Corner. And no, I'm not leaving Gentoo. At least, I don't think I am. But I do think it's finally time to change gears. So come in next season to see what I come up with. But until then, enjoy the bloopers. All right, I'm officially recording my first video. Okay. Shooting games always have a place in my heart. That's so cheesy. Got a green screen now. Isn't that cool? Call of Duty, Far Cry. It even, okay. Rural, I can't say that word. Rural village? Rural. Uncharted 4. It's a game of, okay. Black Ops 1 left off with, left ended. Rural. Guns, weapons. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me, actually. This is gonna kill me. This is gonna be the death of me. What is going on with my brain? I need water. Getting framed for this. Gotta prove that there is liquid in the cup. One more water pour for the gram. Let's do this. But but you didn't know I did some of these on the floor, did ya? That's right, I'm sitting on the floor. That shadow's too hard. It's gonna be a critique. How do you like them apples? Joe Biden. This is stupid. I'm a professional. The mug is out of frame. I'm so mad. Ow, this is hard. What am I doing? Take that, haters. Ugh, British. I don't care, Grandpa. Where's everyone going? Bingo? What's that pose? Who does that? I'm not no party, man. Hit the plug and check that gas and take off in that Harley, man. Let's go. Thank you for your time. My set looks beautiful. I am a master of my craft. Goodbye.
Evan, what was your favorite NPC from Storylines this semester?
Oh yes, the kingdom's been quite great this year.
That's just not what I asked. What was your favorite NPC from Storylines?
Oh, the merchant's daughter? I haven't seen her in a long while.
Okay, I feel like you're ignoring me here. What was your favorite NPC from Storylines?
Oh, the Cloudtop District? Do you get there often?
Let's just watch the pack.
Welcome to the final episode of Storylines, the show where I talk about how one character within the game isn't just a faceless, non-playable character or NPC, but an important story device to the world and player. On this show, we have covered some really cool NPCs, but this time I will not be talking about just one NPC, but my overall top 3 favorites I have covered and why I love them so much. Starting off with number 3, we have Astarion. He had a great side quest, he was really good in combat, and overall brings a very fun energy to the party with his additional witty banter. Going more in depth, I really sympathize with him heavily while playing, from simply seeing just how broken he can really be. At first, I thought he was just some pompous jerk with snarky comments, but after a while of playing the game, I realized that he shields his sad and tragic past with cruel and funny theatrics. I feel like I gained a true friend through him, helping and solving some of his problems, and even helping him overcome his own past. Overall, I'd play this game again just to do his character quest once more. At number 2, we have Makoto Nijima. Much like Astarion, she's also an amazing party member and has an overall amazing character development. I really felt attached to her because she felt more relatable in a way. She's a high schooler that deals with crap from adults and feels like she needs to live up to other expectations that were placed upon her. What really makes her special to me is that she feels like a real person in a way. Other teammates have outlandish jobs or lives, like An being a model or Haru being a daughter of a multi-million-dollar franchise owner, while Makoto is just Makoto, a girl who lives with her big sister after something tragic happened to their parents, forcing her to grow up fast. This really resonated with me as I had the need to try my best in the game to help her and give her a shoulder to lean on, making her more than just a character in a video game. And finally, at number 1, we have John Marston. I picked him for number 1 because through Arthur, I genuinely felt like a real brother to him. His little interactions at the beginning made me think he was just a dumb idiot who kind of did as he was told, to be honest. But after playing 6 impactful chapters and seeing how much he really loves Arthur, his family, and his overall kindness, my opinion changed. I now view him as a very pivotal character in the game, and playing him in the epilogue hits way more when you realize all the small details you miss with Arthur but you can experience with John. One key thing to me is how he never even forgot Arthur even through the epilogue. I saw firsthand that when you 100% the game, he has this to say to Arthur at his grave.
Guess we're just about done, my friend.
Because of mainly him, I felt very immersed and worried for his character, and I was willing to do anything I could to save and help him through this journey of the game. And that is a wrap on this finale. This whole semester has been a blast, and I thank you for watching all the storylines I wanted to cover. I'm glad I was able to show you all a side of me. I'm appreciating the detailed storytelling of these NPCs and why they mattered. But for a final time, I'm your host Logan Hill, signing off.
What's Aaron doing for his pack this week?
I think he's going outside?
Outside. What is that?
Yeah, it's this weird thing, you know? I've never experienced it, but apparently it's like the opposite of inside.
I didn't think there was an opposite to inside.
Yeah, apparently you can like, just right out this window, apparently
Oh,
it's
really?
right there, yeah.
Let's see it.
Yeah, see?
Oh, it burns!
Oh, why did we do that?
Just watch the back,
was
watch
a
the
bad
back, cut to the
idea.
back!
Put on these glasses, and you'll enter the world of the game.
Hello everybody and welcome to my reality. My name is Aaron and you're watching Aaron's Reality, the only Gentoo segment that has its creator putting their eyes about a centimeter away from the screen. For the past 10 weeks, I've put my body to the test by being in the virtual world. Actually, I think I've grown too accustomed to the reality. I need to get back to my roots and live real life. I've been told time and time again to touch grass and, it's a bit brown. Not very realistic. Everything kind of looks gray. Oh, yeah, where are all the people? Oh man, I can't do this. You know what? I'm just gonna do a semester in review. Deal? Over the 9 episodes that I've covered, only a handful of games have been a rating higher than an 8. For the 10th episode, rather than break down a single virtual reality title, I'd like to give you the TLDR of the show and rank you my top 3. I ranked my video game experiences on 4 categories. Level of detail. How visually impressive is it? Immersion. Does it feel like I'm actually there? Motion sickness. How queasy does it make me feel? And vibes. Am I having a good time? From there, I assign the average and give my thoughts. So, without further ado, here's my top 3. With the overall score of 8.25, the bronze medal will be given to Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. If you somehow don't know what FNAF is, there's literally over 100 videos of game theory on it. It's just too deep for me to get into. Although Help Wanted will make your heart race, it's just not as scary as the originals. The fame of the franchise certainly boosted the ranking for this one, but it's nonetheless a great collection of the classic games and new minigame. 2 games are given a score of 8.5. Silver will be given to I Expected to Die 1 and 2. Liars, Fires, and Death, oh my! I am a sucker for cartoonish spy stories and puzzles, and the story of the agent has certainly done good with both categories. It's like an escape room, but you have to explode a few times instead of having a time limit. And finally, with the overall being an 8.9, the honor of receiving the gold medal will be given to Job Simulator. As we all know, the machine empire will eventually take control of the whole world and human life will become an ancient memory. This is a glance at a museum vacation for the robot race. The writing and aesthetic of the game is wonderful. On top of that, it's one of the most beginner-friendly games for those who haven't become accustomed to the VR world. I've truly had a blast making this segment. These may be the best VR game that I've covered, but there's a lot more to check out. I still believe that Job Simulator is one of the most iconic VR titles, but that's for you to decide. Although I wouldn't cough up the money to buy a Vision Pro, the fact that Apple has been dabbling in the medium shows that the virtual reality is only getting more popular. That also shows how impressive Job Simulator is, considering it came out over 8 years ago. Well, that's all for this episode, and since this is my final episode, I'll see you in a previous video.
Evan. I figured out Tane's pack's name.
Finally?
Yes.
Dude, we've been trying all semester for that.
I know. You want to know what it is?
Of course.
Oh, wait. I can't remember it. Oh, no. Is it... Do you know? Try it. Like, think really hard. Brain blast it. Misremembered games. That's what it is.
You're right, yes,
That's
yeah.
what it is. Well, let's
Okay.
give Tane's pack a watch real quick.
Hello, I'm Taden Hensley and welcome back to Forgotten Games. You know, I had a game to talk about this week, but it seems that I have forgotten it. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll just cover it on the next episode. Oh wait, this is the last episode. Man, it feels like yesterday was the first episode. Well, for this episode, let's take a look back at Forgotten Games. I've covered 9 games that I feel like a select few of people remember, some good and some bad. The hardest part about making this show was remembering the games that I've covered because, well, most of these games are forgotten or underrated. So for this episode of Forgotten Games, I'll talk about 3 games that truly deserve more attention, starting off with Dragon Ball Revenge of King Piccolo. Nah, I've already given it enough attention. Get out of here. But seriously though, starting off with Mario Hoops 3-on-3. This game is amazing, with how great the soundtrack is, and its fun gameplay, and also the introduction of Final Fantasy characters in Mario Sports. I had a great time making this video and showing off the best songs in this game, as this is one of the many video game soundtracks that pops in my head randomly sometimes. Mario Hoops 3-on-3 had an impact as it would pave the way for early 2000s Mario sports games. Next up is Nintendo's version of Power Rangers, The Wonderful 101. This is probably the most underrated game I've covered on Forgotten Games. If I can go back and cover The Wonderful 101 again, I wish I could go more into detail about the story, because this story is good, along with the soundtrack. With all the weapons you can create, it was so unique, and I've never seen anything like it. This game deserves a sequel. Maybe call it The Wonderful 202 or something crazy like that. Then, last but not least, Tank. This game was awesome. I had a great time editing this video, as this was the last game I covered, and I knew I had to go out with a bang. Tank is everything a party game should be, and that is fun. With all the variety of weapons that you can use and bosses that you can face, Tank was never boring. And I will never forgive Dave & Buster's for getting rid of it. Also, I don't actually hate Dave & Buster's, it's just it's never been the same ever since they got rid of Tank. But that's all the time I have. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I brought back some old memories for you, and have inspired you guys to play all the games I have covered. Creating Forgotten Games helped me improve so much with my editing skills, and it was fun going back in time and looking at some of the games from my childhood. And I'm proud of the work that I have done, and the only thing I wish I could have done was cover a Nintendo Switch game, because well, the Forgotten Games logo is a Nintendo Switch for some reason, but I covered 0 games on the Switch. Unless you count the remastered version of The Wonderful 101. But either way, it has been a fun ride. So, for the last time this season, I'm Tate Hensley, and this has been Forgotten Games.
Gabe, I can't believe we finally did it. We're here in person.
I know, right?
Yeah, you got the tickets, right?
Yes, yeah, I got the tickets.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think we're finally ready to go in.
Oh, why is the gate closed? It's postseason.
Post?
So we missed the entire season.
Are you kidding me?
So,
I've spent so much money on tickets and plane fare.
dude, I just quit. Let's just go home, man.
Yeah. Can I like borrow $20 to get home?
No.
I can't even sell the tickets.
Hello everyone, my name's Kendall, and welcome to the final episode of Saturday to Sunday. A win over Purdue in the Big Ten Championship game gave us our first round bye, which then set us up against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the Rose Bowl, where we were able to take them down easily with a score of 48-17. Our semifinal matchup was against a very talented Georgia roster, entering the game with an 11-3 record. We know it's win or go home now, and we have no intentions on our season ending here. Georgia was able to draw first blood, but with time expiring in the first quarter, we were able to punch it in with our running back to even the score back at 7. We didn't want Georgia to feel like they could hang around throughout the game, so we knew we needed to score every opportunity we got. The top receiver in the stack to the left was on the go straight up the field. The Georgia defender wasn't able to react in time, leaving him wide open to put us up 14-7. Georgia was able to get in the end zone before halftime, giving us little time to score. We were able to move the ball down the field on some chunk plays to get us to their 27-yard line. With time continuing to wind down, we knew we needed to put some points on the board before halftime. I put the middle receiver split out right on a go as the defensive backs were pressed up on the line of scrimmage. Sure enough, he was able to get some separation, beating his man and putting us up 21-14 just before halftime. On our third possession of the second half, we were easily able to march down the field into the red zone and try to add to our lead. The middle receiver split out to the left was on a quick slant. He was able to get ahead of his man off the line of scrimmage, allowing me to hit him wide open to go up 28-14. With time winding down in the third quarter, we wanted to take a quick shot at the end zone just to see if we could score. The receiver split out far left was on a go, easily beating his man, expanding our lead 35-14. With our defense pitching a shutout in the second half, we were able to take down the Georgia Bulldogs 38-14 in the Fiesta Bowl, allowing us to advance to the national championship game. On the other side of the bracket, the Miami Hurricanes beat the North Carolina State Wolfpack 20-17 to punch their ticket to the national championship game. We enter the final game of the year flaunting a 14-1 record, while Miami enters with a similar 14-2 record. This is it. This is for all the marbles, and we plan to leave here as champions. We knew this was no time to mess around with everything on the line. We needed to score on our opening drive. On this run-pass option, the receiver split out left was on a skinny post. The safety up top dropped back, leaving a window for me to deliver a laser to my receiver, putting us up 7-0. Miami was able to put 3 on the board, but with time winding down in the second quarter, I was able to hand it off to my running back to put us up 14-3 entering halftime. We could not find any offensive rhythm in the second half whatsoever, while Miami was able to score and convert a 2-point attempt to bring it within a score. Fortunately, our defense was able to make a huge stop in the last minute, allowing us to kneel out the remainder of the game. We were able to beat the Miami Hurricanes 14-11 in a thriller of a national championship game, and were able to earn the title of national champions.
Dude, Descendants 101 is great, but there's just so many characters, I don't know which ones to play.
I know. But hey, I heard Zach's doing a top 10 this week to tell us who's the best.
Well, we should go check that out.
I think so too. Let's watch it.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our final episode of Descendant 101. This has been a fast one. Feels like just yesterday, I was still scrambling for ideas on how to tackle all the information this game throws at you. Since this is our 10th and last episode, and there's still some characters I haven't talked about I still enjoy, I figured we'd go over who my top 10 characters are from the entire roster as a final farewell to this season. So without further ado, for the last time, let's get into it. For number 10, I'm going to give it to the quartermaster, Enzo. I didn't talk about Enzo, but he's a must-need if you love playing support. He provides ammo crates for teammates and could give everyone on the team a temporary sentry that's great for boss damage. In ninth place, I'm going to give it to Viasa. Where her fire counterpart excels at boss damage, she's much better at clearing the floor with her abilities. They just don't do the damage numbers I like to put her any higher. In eighth place, I'm giving it to another Descendant I haven't talked about before, Kyle. Kyle's a lot of fun, mostly because his super turns you into a human rocket that you can headbutt bosses with and kill them. For most casual players, his mechanics are not going to make any sense without a simplified description. Basically like reading another language, so that's why he's here. In 7th place is Lepic. There's a lot of reasons I like Lepic. You can spam that grenade ability of his an insane amount of time, his arm cannon absolutely cooks bosses, but most importantly, he's dripped out. All of his outfits are pretty sick. And his default being a cybernetic knight? Really, Nixon? Who is cooking these designs, man? I really need to know. In 6th place, we have Ajax. He's a great character for any activity due to his survivability, and he can create cover in completely open areas. If there are any downsides to him, I have yet to find them. 5th place goes to Valby. I have to personally thank Valby for cutting down a colossal amount of time when it comes to grinding for money in this game, because it's surprisingly hard to get. But do that little trick I taught you back in her episode, and you'll make a million like that. 4th place goes to Haley. I didn't give her the title Boss Be Gone in a Can just because it was clever. Normally, I'm not a fan of glass cannons, but Haley is one of those exceptions. That sniper just does way too much damage for me to stay away. 3rd place belongs to Bunny. She was the previous champion of ad clearing back when the game first dropped, and given how her thing is based around speed, she's really hard to hit and clears missions really fast. In 2nd place, we have Glay. Easily one of the most complex and unique descendants in the entire game. I absolutely love Glay. And in 1st place, I have to give it to Freyna. Who's more deserving than a throwaway character who was once at the bottom of the pile and is now an absolute monster at decimating anything the game throws at you? She's an underdog story. Who couldn't love that? And additionally, also something I haven't talked about before, she is one of the only 2 characters currently in the game to have a character backstory quest, and hers is an absolutely gut-wrenching tale. And if you know my previous Cyberpunk series, you'd know I'm a sucker for tragic characters. Well, that's everything I got. There's still a whole roster of characters I never talked about, and some that are still coming out, but unfortunately, I've run out of time to talk about it. So really, all I can do at this point is just suggest you try it out yourself. And maybe, just maybe, I'll see you down in Albion at some point. This has been Zach Greiner on Gentoo, signing off for the last time. Take care, everybody.
Man, this really has been a fun season, Evan.
It really has. I've had a blast with all the fun games and funky tech news.
Well, Evan, shall we sign off one last time for this season?
I don't know if I can bring myself to do it.
You got it, man. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in to this season of Gentoo.
If you're ever craving any Gentoo, make sure to hit that subscribe button and go check out some of our other amazing episodes.
And drop a like on this episode. That way we don't get canceled next season.
You said we wouldn't get canceled.
Oh, shoot. Don't worry, we'll be fine, we'll be fine.
I can't live without Gentoo.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that notification bell to not miss us when we come back. We will see you all very soon.
I will come back. I need to come back.
It's gonna be okay. Hey, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Okay. Hey, let's let it play out.
Well.
Okay.
I'll find you.
Yeah, it's been a good season, dude. I've had a good one.
Yeah, that was definitely a banger of an episode to finish off on.
Yeah, no, I get you. You want to get off the apple block so I can grab it?
Go ahead.
Sweet, thank you, dude.
It's
You know,
crazy.
these are always so great because now you're the same height as me. You know, like
Well, I was, not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore, but
You know, I enjoyed it while it lasted.
yeah, you know. Well, you ready to walk out of the studio?
You can go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead. See you, Evan.
See you, Gabe. It's a great time here. I don't know what I'm gonna do for him,
Gentoo is mine. Gentoo's mine. Gentoo and I are one. Gentoo will last forever. Forever!
Yo, have you seen Evan?
don't think so. Have you seen him? Have you seen him at all, Zach?
Is he? I think he said he was gonna be down in the VR lab or something. Damn, it's dark down here. Evan, you're not. Evan? Evan, are you? Evan, you're not in here, are you?